So when I'd experience negative self-talk in the middle of a game, I would often worry about being benched or that the people coming to watch me wouldn't be proud because of not being good enough. Hi, I'm Emma Mulitalo. I love basketball and I've had some success with it. However, I've had experience with negative self-talk and doubt as soon as I step onto the court. The role of basketball in my life has been one of great significance because it's not only basketball based, but also life. I've had social anxiety, and through basketball and having to learn how to interact with other people, that's gotten better. I mean, I'm working on being more orderly and stuff, but basketball has just taught me that you need dedication for things you want in life. It's just made me a happier person. So we have a hoop outside, and I was always outside. I remember numerous times where I'd shovel the driveway after it snowed, even as it's still snowing, to go shoot, because you can't keep me away from it that long. But it got to the point where I'd have neighbors and very distant neighbors come up and ask if I was the girl that was always outside. And in a way, that was a compliment just because the work I was putting in was also being, other people were noticing it, so I was like, I must be doing something good. It would always start at jump ball, and I would wonder why I was there, why they put me there, why they had so much faith in me, and I would worry about the things I knew I wasn't sufficient in, and also worry about the things I knew I was good enough in. So it just became a spiral. I became really timid because I was worrying about mistakes, which created more mistakes and bigger mistakes. Look up at the people I cared most about, so family coming to watch, or friends, or my coaches even, wondering if I was making them proud or doing enough. Been a weird experience wrestling with negative self-doubt and talk because it became easier to catch. However, it was hard to change because I'd been doing it for so long. Let's say I went in for a test, I'd be like, oh, I'm not prepared for this, I'm not good at school, I'm not going to get anywhere, and sure enough, my test wouldn't come out the way I wanted. Or in basketball, I'd go in there like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst, nobody likes me, I can't play. I remember during my first Bountiful game, it was a pretty good game, but the whole time I was like, I'm not doing enough, I'm playing terrible, I have just failed. And it was a surprise to come back and hear people say that I did a good job because I came out of that locker room crying. There was nothing I could find that would cure me of it. It was always on my mind, and the more I thought about it, the worse it got. At my last basketball camp, I really only had one moment of... So at my last basketball camp, I remember one distinct moment. So at my last basketball camp, I distinctly remember one instance. At my last basketball camp, I distinctly remember this one moment when I started negative self-talking, and after noticing it, I immediately got myself out of it and played the rest of the game just absolutely happy to be there. I felt that to get rid of negative self-talk, it had to be a process or a step-by-step thing to get rid of it, but it just kind of left. And so looking back on it, I came to a couple of conclusions. As I was looking for a big moment of change, but the change was happening as I was changing as a person or as a player, but it showed when the moment came. So a lesson I've learned through this journey is that the work and the dedication to the work is always paying off, even if we can't see it, so we can believe in that process to enable us to be in the moment and focus on what matters.
Life is filled with detours and dead ends, trials and challenges of every kind. Each of us has likely had times when distress, anguish, and despair almost consumed us. Yet, we are here to have joy. Yes, we can feel joy even while having a bad day, a bad week, or even a bad year. The joy we feel has little to do with the circumstances of our lives and everything to do with the focus of our lives.